Go back home. How was all that? Especially when you basically got here as well when you walked off the bus.
Yeah, I was just really grateful that Murph had given me the opportunity, like he does try to give every single player the chance to go home and be able to play, and it was great competition, so I feel like we learned a lot about ourselves there too, but I'm really grateful to be in the position I am, especially with those little girls. It makes my day every day.
Do you feel like this week is kind of full circle, because at the beginning of the week it was with your real home and then kind of ending the week with senior day here in your second home in Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, I do. It's been a pretty great week, pretty emotional week, but I'm excited to play. They're going to be great competition, but I'm excited. I had to do my senior day video, so I was like, wow, I don't even have the words to say for 5 years at this place, but I do know that it's just been the best opportunity I've ever had.
Looking into Auburn, obviously it's the first time you guys have played them here since 2017. What will that series bring for you guys?
A lot. Just I feel like you can learn something about yourself every day, and I think that they're a great competition. They're well pitched, defense, offense. They're well coached, and I just think that they're having a great year. So we're excited, and we're going to bring everything we got.
How much is that sweep last week at state something y'all are trying to build on?
Just momentum and just bringing that into the next series, but also just sometimes you got to win the ugly ones. Like I think a lot of us would say that we didn't have our best games. Just being able to win on our bad days is good and something that we're working towards.
Is there something, with Salter, obviously, when she has those really good performances, are there things you tell her kind of to try to keep that momentum, as Mark said, help, maybe when she doesn't have a good day, help her bounce back a little better?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just learning each other, and she likes to have a blank mindset. She doesn't really like to think too much. On the other hand, I might be thinking a little bit too much or just trying to do too much. So I think it's just learning each other and what we need to tell each other and bring to the table. But I think she did a great job, and we really relied on her that day, and I think that she provided for us. She did everything that she was supposed to.
Bruce brought up a good point about Salter, and just said that, especially after like a hit or a home run or something like that, she needs to kind of develop a little more grit. Is that something that you just have to kind of learn as you play here and as you play on these big stages, or is that something you can kind of teach off the field?
I think maybe a little bit of both. I think it's hard to put yourself in that situation in practice, but I think that it's just, unless you're in a scrimmage or something competitive like that, but just having a failure like that and then just being able to bounce back mentally. It's not really always like a physical thing. It's just being like, okay, nobody else is getting on the rest of this inning, or having those type of mentality. Or if they do, okay, now, so what now what type of thinking.
We've seen times this season in SEC play when you've started back-to-back games, and also times when you've done Friday, Sunday. Do you have a preference between the two? Do you like having the rest day, or do you kind of like going back? I mean, I know you want to pitch whenever, or you're willing to, but do you kind of have a preference of how it plays out?
No, not really. Just whatever Murph needs. I feel like I'm ready to go on any day, and I think that that's what our pitching staff is really thinking on any day of any given week. I think that just being ready to go. So, no preference.
And then we saw this past weekend at state, I think, now I can't remember what the final was in the first game, I guess 4-3, so you got 4 runs of support. Then Sunday was obviously a pitcher's duel, and it could be again this weekend with Maddie, Penta. How much are you kind of tuning into what's happening on offense, and does it either take or add pressure based on how much run support you're getting?
I would say I think it's good for us as far as like in postseason. There's not going to be a lot of games where you're immersed in another team. Of course, we want to win every game by a lot, but I do think that it puts us defensively and offensively in a position of like, okay, well, we really got to keep it tight, make all the plays, or make good pitches. So I think that sometimes you got to take the losses with the wins and kind of think of it like that. So I think that it just puts us in a good scenario for the upcoming future. But she's a great pitcher, so I'm excited for our hitters. They work really hard, so I know it's going to pay off for them.
Obviously, it's mid-season.